Hey everyone, Dr. Nick here, family chiropractor. This is a follow-up video on the one I did about jolly jumpers. I've had a bunch of mums have a bunch of questions about that video, and in particular about the safety of their kids being in other apparatuses like little things like I forget what they're called now, but basically this sort of donut that they would sit in so they can sort of walk themselves along the ground while they're sitting in this little apparatus before they're able to stand up and walk themselves, or even just like holding their child upright and having their feet sort of bounce on their legs. Ask me, are those things okay? So I just thought I'd explain that in today's video, and just the general principle that you can apply across any type of toy or apparatus that you might see in the future. So just to reiterate from the previous video, the main thing is we want to be avoiding this sort of vertical pressure through the spine, or just using the help of Winnie the Pooh here to help you understand what's going on. But we want to avoid vertical pressure through the spine in a child who is living their life more this way for those initial months until they are physically able to use their own muscles to support that kind of posture. So meaning if they're not able to support themselves upright yet, then they're not ready to be supported in that way. Now there's a difference between you holding your child like this and having them with their feet on your lap and sort of kicking and pushing off your laps. The difference is you're holding them fairly firmly from here, which means there's zero pressure going on their spine. If anything, there's less pressure on their spine because their gravity is pulling their body down based on their legs. So there's actually traction going through the spine, no compression. And so when you're holding them and they're kicking off on your feet, it's not an issue whatsoever. It's not putting a compressive force on their spine because, if anything, you're creating a bit of traction and decompression on their spine. So hopefully that answers that question. The next one is, if they're in an apparatus where they're sitting, and those things where they can sit and walk around, well, again, the pressure is coming from underneath, pushing up through their butt, up their spine. In a child who's not able to sit up on their own yet, wouldn't be a great idea, because then again, they're sort of going to be more slouched through it, or the apparatus is having to support them as opposed to their own muscles being able to support themselves, and therefore a lot of compressive force going through their spine when they're developmentally not there yet. So if you can just apply those general principles to whatever other tools or toys are out there for kids, I think that should help you stay on the right spot. Cool. Hope that's helpful for you guys. If you've got more questions about that, if I wasn't quite clear enough, just write in the comments or just chat to me in the office. More than happy to discuss it further. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.